The Syrian refugee crisis in Lebanon came at a time where there was pre-existing developmental challenges related to the economy, related to regional stability, related to labor market and social cohesion. As such, having large numbers of refugees in populations, especially in the north of Lebanon, northeast and east of Lebanon, who were suffering anyway from high levels of poverty and deteriorating levels of social services. This created a very difficult situation. The refugee crisis also had a lot of effects on the economy as a whole. The major challenges, I think, are how do you absorb these large number of Syrian refugees, ensure their rights to basic living and livelihoods, at the same time not have adverse effects on local community. We need to look very carefully at what needs to be done to ensure social cohesion. We need to look very carefully at how we can manage the labor market better. The Lebanese labor market was based on large numbers of informal workers, whether Syrians or Lebanese, unskilled Lebanese workers. And now we have new waves of Syrian workers, which is pushing wages down, increasing competition on the low-level skills. This might create what we call a race to the bottom, where you have large numbers of unskilled workers, labor costs would decrease, wages would be pressured down, and the economy would suffer as a whole, because what you need an economy that is more productive, dependent on more skilled workers and more educated workers. So today, educated workers are leaving, and unskilled Lebanese workers are competing with unskilled Syrian workers. There is a great challenge for me as someone in the ILO to work at labor market governance. What I mean by labor market governance is how do you ensure workers' basic rights, but how do you ensure the implementation of laws where we minimize the number of workers working informally, where we encourage employers to register workers, but that requires a whole set of economic policies and labor market policies. Today, the government resilience plan, which is the roadmap for recovery and stabilization, looks at this. It looks at what do we need to do immediately, and what do we need to do to address the pre-existing developmental challenges. So we are ensuring Syrian refugees receive the humanitarian assistance they need. At the same time, we want to look at the well-being of Lebanese host communities.